Here are some additional thoughts that may be helpful for people. A collection of thoughts are a series of posts that may have ideas that may help people. Use ideas that may be helpful. Get rid of the ideas that you do not find helpful. Post number 4. Find your match. When I search for a job position, I go through a matching process. The matching process may or may not relate to your own personal experience. Take the information described here and use the information that you find useful for you. For me personally, I have 2 sets of information. The first set of information is my body's ability to do certain physical activities. I translate what are the work activities my body can do well and what work activities my body would find more difficult. I get this information from a medical professional I see. The second set of information is information on the physical requirements to do the work activities in a job position. I also go through a process in learning what are the physical requirements to do the work activities in a job position. Ideally, I am finding job positions that are a match. The physical requirements to do the work activities in a job position fall within my body's ability to do those work activities. I found that you can use several different sources to find the physical requirements to do the work activities for job positions. Some of these sources are: first, the Occupational Outlook Handbook. The Occupational Outlook Handbook is a 2-year publication book that comes from the United States Department of Labor. The Occupational Outlook Handbook gives descriptions on some of the major career fields in the United States. Some of the descriptions can give you details on some of the physical requirements needed in that career field. Number 2, job description of a job position. Sometimes a job description will give information on some of the physical requirements necessary to do some of the work activities in a job position. I have often found this detailed job description to come from larger organizations. Number 3, informational interviews. Informational interviews are interviews where you ask people about their profession. You can ask people what are the physical requirements on the work activities of their job position are. Number 4, employment interview. When you're interviewing for a job, you can also evaluate this potential employer. Many employment interviews will give you a chance to ask questions. I personally will try to ask 2 questions to gain more information about the job position. First question, I will often ask something like, how would you evaluate this job? What are the skills a top employee in this job has to have? In this question, I'm trying to find out how this job is evaluated. I'm being sensitive to work activities that would require a certain risk speed to successfully accomplish the job position. Job positions that would require a certain risk speed would be job positions I would try to avoid. Second question, I will ask something like, in a typical day, what would a typical day be like? What does this job involve? In this question, I'm trying to get a mental picture of what a day would be like in this job position. I'm trying to evaluate, for example, how much variety this job position would have. Again, would speed of risk activities be needed to successfully complete the job? From the questions, I'm trying to get details of the potential job to see if the job position would work physically for me or not. Number 6, career expert. You may find a career expert who may be able to help you. A specialization of career experts that may help people are vocational rehabilitation. These are experts that can help people with physical and mental difficulties. One source for vocational rehabilitation counselors are vocational rehabilitation state agencies in the United States. Each state government in the United States has their own vocational rehabilitation agency. These are sources to find some of the physical requirements of some of the work activities you may find in a job position you are exploring.